Hi guys, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a Windwitch Majespecter deck profile in 2023. I just won the 30-man locals. I've been doing well the last 3 weeks. I went 4-0, 3-0-1, and 4-0 with this deck. Very, very strong. The reason why I chose to play this deck is because I was getting bored of the current format based around Kashtira, Runic, all those kind of things. So I decided to play a more on the fun side kind of deck, and it's been performing quite well. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So the first card that you want to play is 3 Bambuku. 3 Bambuku, it's your searcher for your deck. Absolutely essential that you play this card. Some people in past lists have cut this card, I think because there's a new card that just recently came out. Essentially, if you don't know, all the Majespecters have the same effect. They cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, Raccoon just becomes any other Majespecter card, which is super, super strong. We play 3 Toad, Toad or Ogama. What Ogama does is it avoids Ash and Droll, because its effect is set a spell or trap directly from your deck on normal or special summon. So this is really good because Droll is running around rampant in the format. Some people are still main decking like cards like Ash Blossom, etc. It can still get Gamma, but I mean Gamma doesn't destroy any of these cards, so that's fine. And also because a lot of people are main decking a lot of hand traps this format, things like Valor and Imperm. None of these cards can be Valor or Imperm, so like almost every deck you're going against right now is just playing 6 dead cards. So it's really, really good. So you definitely have to play 3 of that. Here's the more susceptible one, which is QB, which is the Fox. The Fox searches another trap to your hand. So this one does spell or trap. This one adds a trap. We're not playing Yada because spoiler alert, Yada searches spell cards, and spell cards are bad in this deck. And also it becomes just another body that you end up having to play extra cards for. It's not good. Ultimately, it's a higher scale as well. I'm pretty sure. So like it's just not good. The scales end up rounding themselves off quite well this way too. So next, we're playing the best card in the deck, or one of the best cards in the deck. It's the new card, Mighty Majesty Pegasus, the Draco Slayer. This card's insane. If you have any Majespecter in your other Pendulum Scale, when you place this in your Pendulum Scale and activate its effect, you can choose to add a Draco Slayer with a different name than what this one is. Add it to your hand. Choose to either add it to your hand or destroy a scale you control and put it in the pendulum scale. A lot of people don't know that it is a choice to add or destroy, but yeah, it's really, really strong. And if this card's summoned by a Draco Slayer monster or pendulum summoned, it can search any field spell in the entire game. So there's some really nutty things you can do with the card. It's just super strong. We are playing 1 Dynamite Power Load, the Draco Slayer. He's a really good card. What he allows you to do is him in scale, like I said, he will our majesties will search this guy, put him in scale, and then this guy allows us to summon a Draco Slayer in the other scale. So you'll just summon this guy out. This guy's effect will trigger not for cost, but for effect. So you declare the effect because this was special summoned by a Draco Slayer. Add a field spell, then discard a card from your hand. It's just super, super strong. And you have to play one of this. A lot of people who play the Draco Slayer full engine play like 3 of this, 3 Ignis, and some of the other one that destroys a scale destroys an opposite scale, then adds a second copy of it. Those cards are decent, but they don't help for the strategy that we're currently using in this deck. Because the Wind Witches allow you to play a lot of really cool synchro monsters that the Draco Slayers lock you out of, so you don't really want to play all of them. So this is the ratio that I played for that. And lastly, we play a Majespecter Cat, Nekomata. Nekomata is not really a great card, but you have to play it because of one of the cards that I play. On summon, you can activate its effect, and during the end phase, you add a Majespecter card from your deck to your hand. It's all right. It's just another body at the end of the day. It's cool. It's a lower scale, and if you guys count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 lower scales, and then higher scales. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 higher scales. So it perfectly rounds out our scales in the deck. But yeah, so this is all the Pendulum Witch package. So we're playing 3 Ice Bell. Ice Bell is absolutely the best starter in the deck. Obviously, Bambuku's really, really good too if you don't end up having this, but this with Bambuku is just really insane. But yeah, we play 3 Ice Bell, absolutely mandatory. We're playing a little bit of a different ratio for our next card here. We're playing 3 of the Glass Bell. The Glass Bell is something that not a lot of people were playing at 3, but in this deck specifically, it's super good because it gives you advantage, and off the field spell, you can tribute it and get more advantage, and then still combo off and do your whole play. It's also good because of one of the spell cards that we play. It's just a super solid card and an easy side deckable card. Like a card to take out when you're side decking. But I think it's just super good. It's almost in a weird way as good as this because you can just pendulum summon this out and then kind of do full combo and normal summon one of your Majespecters and not be locked by level 5s in your extra deck. I'm playing 2 Snowball. Snowball's really, really good. You need to play 2 because if your board gets wiped, you activate the effect of the Windwitch, special summon itself, do your whole play again, make some really cool synchro monsters that I have in the extra deck, and just facilitate more plays. Also, if this card gets called by the Graved or something of the sort, having a second one in grave or access to a second one in grave is actually really, really strong because you can bring it back and then synchro on your opponent's turn into some crazy monsters that your opponent just has a really hard time dealing with. But yeah, so we play. This is our Windwitch. Next to like hand traps, we are playing 3 Drolls, 3 Droll and Lockbird. It is the absolute quintessential best hand trap of the format right now. You absolutely need to play it if you have it. And there's a very important thing about having Droll in this deck that other decks don't have access to, and that's our field spell. Our field spell says we contribute a wind spellcaster to summon a Majespecter, any Majespecter from our deck to our field. So on weird bricky hands, you can use your like field spell and this card. You just like normal summon Droll, tribute it off, special summon a Majespecter card, and then start doing your full plays that way. But yeah, Droll just has a dual purpose in the deck. It's really, really good. We're also choosing to main deck 3 Godarla. This card's really, really good when you don't see it in multiples. Unfortunately, sometimes you do see it in multiples, but it's still just a really good card. Out of body, and then you tack over it with Crystal Wing or etc. etc. Just a really strong card in general. Yeah, so I opted to play this. You could also choose to play like other hand traps if you could play board breakers if you wanted to, but yeah, these are the ones that I chose to play. Just only 6. Um, Next we're playing one Secret Village of the Spellcaster. This card's really, really good. Secret Village of the Spellcaster says if you control a spellcaster monster, your opponent cannot activate spell cards unless they control a spellcaster. And all our deck is spellcaster monsters, so it makes this deck really viable in a format that people are relying on so many searcher spells and board breaker spells to be to pretty much function against decks. So our end board typically ends on one of these two of the trap card sets, full scales with 1 or 2 of the Majespecters and a Crystal Wing, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when your Majespecters can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and you have a free monster negate, speller trap, a strike, and a banish, it's really strong. Playing 2 Majesty's Pegasus. We're not playing 3 because 1, I don't own 3, but I don't know if I would really ever play 3. You don't really want to see this card in multiples, but you don't also just want to have one, so you want to have access to both of them. We're also playing Terraforming because Terraforming can get you your other secret village if you already have Majesties in hand. We are playing 3 Ties of the Brethren. This is an older card. You don't necessarily have to play this card, but I think the cool thing about playing a card like this in a 2023 format is normally what ends up happening. Let's say Ash has already been used. You can just Ties of the Brethren and then like set 2 trap cards, which is really good. Or you can Ties of the Brethren. If you already have one of the trap cards set, you Ties the Brethren into the Windwitch. The Windwitch will add you your extender for the following turn. It's just super strong. And also, the good thing about this is you can do the whole Windwitch combo, then activate your Ties of the Brethren. Um, and you cannot special summon for the rest of this after this card's activated. So if you really open the nuts with something like Ties of the Brethren, you can do like your full Crystal Wing combo, normal summon like Bambuku or whatever, do your whole thing, get your scales, or pendulum summon 1 from your hand, and then activate Ties of the Brethren, summon 2 more, get more back row. It's really crazy. Just note that you can't pendulum level 4 or level 5 or level 4 or lower wind monsters, so that means on the top of the extra deck as well. So just make sure you guys pay attention to that. And lastly, we're just playing some kind of like a meme card. Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield's kind of cool. You just like activate it, target a Majespecter. They can not be targeted by your opponent's card effects, but they can be by yours. And then it becomes almost like a towers. It can beat over everything. It beats over Avermax because this is a trigger effect, so it's chain link 1. And then Avermax is chain link 2. So essentially what you do is you equip this to like any Majespecter. They can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and with this they can't be destroyed by battle. So it turns a normal monster into a pretty big monster that's hard to deal with. But yeah, so we play 3 of that, or 1 of that. And lastly, for our traps, we're playing 2 Tempest and 2 Tornado. Both of these cards are really good. Tornado is actually probably the MVP because you just tribute a wind off, target a card, and banish it. And sometimes like that's better than Tempesting something. But Tempest is so strong that you have to play it because in Archetype, Strike allows you to deal with so many boards. But nonetheless, that's it for the main deck. If you guys have any questions? No. Let's get into extra deck. So, first and foremost, I just want to let you guys know that we're not playing very many cards that are not Synchro monsters. So that's going to be very important when you guys go to decide what you're going to be building or playing in the deck. We're playing a Baron de Fleur. Baron's good. It's hard to play, like make in this deck without the Speedroid stuff. I just currently don't have the Speedroid stuff. This deck becomes like infinitely better with the Speedroid stuff because you can just off Speedroids, you can end with like two crystal wings, and then with a normal summon of a Majespecter, you can end with like 2 crystal wings and 1 or 2 Majespecters with 2 traps set and like Secret Village sometimes. Like it's just really crazy. But yeah, we play 1 Baron for like the weird and weird plays. We're playing Mistworm. This card's absolutely insane. Really strong for the deck. Yeah, really strong for the deck. I'll show you guys how you can do this on your opponent's turn. Yeah, just super good. I've been playing this and getting people all day. Next we have the Virtual World QB. This card's also really good. It's almost an FTK against the Super Heavy Samurai deck because you just play this. You end on this, can't be destroyed by card effects. And the Super Heavy Samurai has a hard time dealing with something like this. Because it's just a macrocosmos. It kind of hurts your scales because your scales technically go to graveyard before going to the top of the deck. But I mean, if it's a button that just says win the game, you might as well play it. Another card we're playing is Crystal Wing, obviously best card in the extra deck by far. I debate about bumping this up to 2. I probably will when I get the Speedroid stuff to make this deck a little bit better. But yeah, I play it at 1 currently. Next is Diamond Bell. This card comes up every so often. Essentially, if this card's only used with, if this card's made with only Windwitches, you can activate the effect of the top cards twice. But its first effect is you can target a Windwitch card in your graveyard, burn equal to half its attack, and then because your opponent took battle or burn damage, you can destroy a card your opponent controls. So you can activate the pop effect twice. So this card initiates the first pop by burning your opponent. You go into battle phase, attack over something, then activate the effect again because your opponent took battle damage, and then you pop another card. It's just super good because this card can't be destroyed by card effects when you combo. Next we play is Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. This card is absolutely insane. It's so crazy. You make this card, you reborn the level 1 Windwitch, which allows you to uh, keep it on field, and then tribute this guy to summon a Stardust, and then with the monsters you currently have, you can go into another Synchro. So what you do is you activate this card, tribute it, summon Stardust, with the level 1 that you brought back and this on your opponent's turn, you go into Mistworm. Mistworm is unaffected by activated effects, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and then you just return 3 cards your opponent controls. It's actually really insane. It's a really cool combo too, because nobody expects like Windwitch to have like a play like that. But yeah, in worst case scenario too, like this can depending on what other monsters you have too, you can keep the Stardust on the field and then use your like Majespecter cards or what have you, to make like a level 8 or level 7 or 9 or whatever. It all depends on what your board is. You can also make a Baron that way too. And that's also another thing with Baron. Baron can bring back your Axel Synchro, which will bring back the level 1, which will allow you to go into Mistworm. It's just really strong. There's a lot of cool combos you can do just simply with the card. It facilitates so much. Next for the level 7s, we are playing Windwitch Winterbell. Windwitch Winterbell is mandatory for the combo because it allows your Diamond Bell to get like 2 effects when you use this in another Windwitch, but also it's just good for burn and damage and stuff. The full combo of the Windwitches allows you to do, I think it's 2400 or 2800 burn damage. So like, there's a situation where you just need to go for quote unquote game, and this just gets you there. We play Clearwing Fast Dragon. It's just better than the regular clear. It's just better than the regular clear Fast Dragon. It's just really good. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls that was special summon from the extra deck, negated. Next is a card that I don't think very many people are going to know at all. Symphonic Warrior Rocks. This card is really good. I don't think anybody knows what this card does. During your Windwitch combo, if you special summon your 3 and then normal summon your Mabuku to add one of your guys, and then you decide to synchro off with your 4 and your Mabuku. Your Mabuku goes to the top of your extra deck. You make this guy. This guy says when this card's special summoned, you add a face-up pendulum monster back to your hand. So you just like make this, add your pendulum, your Mabuku back to your hand, and then you'll have a second guaranteed Majespecter, because you searched it off of Mabuku to make your full scales. So like this card facilitates full scales, which is really strong. Then you activate your Majesty's guy, whatever. Yeah, so you just go into this. If this card's ever destroyed or whatever, you can put it in the pendulums, the scale as well. So it's just nice. It helps you like win out games. Next we're playing is Wind Pegasus Adagnister. This card's good because it's a shuffle in graveyard. If a card is destroyed by battle or card effects, you just banish this card from the graveyard and then shuffle a card on the field. Super good, super strong. Also, when it comes out, you can activate its effect. It's not quick effect, to just destroy a spell trap on the field. So just super strong, super good. Next is High Speed Roid Chambara. Just a generic level 5 that we can make. Can't be destroyed by card effects if we make it this way. Gains 200, and it can do two battle phases. It can attack twice during the battle phase. And it also has a cool interaction with like Moon Mirror Shield, because you just equip Moon Mirror Shield and just attack over everything. Really strong. We are playing enough with the synchros. We're playing Lynx, Wind the Wind Charmer, Verdant. This card's just really good. Trolls everywhere. So what you can do is you can just like make this. Obviously, you have 2 pendulum skill. You have 2 more zones for pendulums. If this card is destroyed, you just search a free pendulum monster from your, or search a free wind monster from your deck to your hand. You can bring back Droll if you wanted to, and then actually tribute off Droll and this for different Majespecter traps, because these are wind spellcasters, both of them, which is kind of cool because it facilitates like free materials without like committing too much. And then we play High Speed Roid Rubber Band Shooter. This card is actually crazy. It gives you another normal summon, which sometimes fixes your hands where you have like too many weird Majespecters. So you just like make this normal summon another Majespecter, do your whole combo. The cool thing too is it has another effect that because I don't have the Speed Roids right now, we can't use. But you banish a wind synchro from your extra deck, and then reveal 2 Speedroids that have different names, and then your opponent randomly adds 1 to your hand. And there's a combo with this that allows you to do double crystal. Again, those are still in the mail, so I don't have them now. And lastly, we're playing Chidori because Chidori is insane. On summon, target a set card, return it to the top to the bottom of the deck, and once per turn, target a face-up card, put it on the top of the deck. You just stack your opponent's deck. It's really, really strong. I love this card. I think it's honestly one of the best card XYZs that were ever made, and we have the opportunity to play it, so why not? This is side deck. Just real quick, it's whatever. You can play whatever you want. 3 Ash, 3 Danko, 2 Cosmics, Harpy's Feather Duster, Regeki, and just random stuff. You can play evenlies if you want. I opted to not, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked this tech profile, please give it a like. I know I said I was going to do a combo video, but this video ended up being a little bit longer than usual. If you wanted me to do a combo video in a separate video, make sure you guys put it in the comment sections, and I will let you guys know how the full combo plays out. It's a really, really fun deck. I really enjoy it, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.